very good evening and welcome to Truth TV News at 8 with me, Michael Ado. This news is sponsored by Heritage Christian College and University in Amasaman, Accra, and supported by St. Carol School of Nursing located at Aplakubotiano, and also Taifofa Company Limited, producers of Chanka Chanka Herbal Medicine, Taifofa 202 and Jefferton 202. Now, in the headlines tonight, Ghana to take delivery of 17.6 million COVID-19 vaccine doses by June. Also, mass burial on Thursday for 13 teenagers who drowned at Apam. Later in business, Vice President calls on petroleum players to build petroleum refineries across Africa. And on the international front, one person shot dead in South Africa student protest. We have details coming up shortly. Let's settle now for the details of the stories. Now, President Akufo-Addo says Ghana will take delivery of 17.6 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines by June 2021, with more to come later in the year.
Delivering the State of the Nation address in Accra on Tuesday, he said a total of 262,335 Ghanaians had received their first dose of the COVID-19 vaccines at 10:30 hours on March 9, 2021. He said the government was working hard towards realizing its goal to vaccinate 20 million Ghanaians and called for the support of all. The president urged members of parliament to get involved in the ongoing public education campaign on the coronavirus vaccination program. He said the government was collaborating with the private sector to establish 14 medical waste treatment facilities across the country to ensure the safe and proper disposal of medical waste such as vials, needles, and syringes being used in the coronavirus vaccination exercise. President Akufo-Addo said locally, 14,600,000 pieces of personal protective equipment had so far been produced for health workers, students, teaching and non-teaching staff of tertiary and secondary educational institutions. He said the government would continue to invest in the health sector and recruit more professionals to improve healthcare delivery in the country. He expressed gratitude to all frontline health workers for their devotion to duty and sense of patriotism, saying the pandemic had emphasized the need to expand access to healthcare for every Ghanaian, irrespective of location. The president said last year, 33 major health projects were approved for implementation at a cost of 890 million euros. He stated that electronic medical record system deployment was currently underway, following its implementation in key health facilities like Kolebu, Komfo Anokye, Ho, Tamale, and Cape Coast teaching hospitals, and several district hospitals in the central region. President Akufo-Addo said the Upper East, Upper West, and Bono regional hospitals would go live on the e-health.
Also, the government of the Republic of Korea has, through UNICEF, donated over 200,000 pieces of face masks to the Ghana Health Service.
The donation forms part of efforts to protect frontline health workers across the country in the current fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. The ambassador of the Republic of Korea, Jun Taek Lim, commended the government of Ghana and the Ghana Health Service in their tireless efforts to prevent the spread of the virus and to manage the situation. He added that the abnormal times we live in calls for solidarity and cooperation of the international community, and assured that Korean government will continue to support Ghana to fight the pandemic. In a speech read by the UNICEF representative in Ghana, Anne Claire Dufay, the masks which are capable of filtering out SARS-CoV-2 particles have been cleared by the Food and Drugs Authority in Ghana. UNICEF expressed gratitude to the Republic of Korea for their support. She urged the general public to continue observing the COVID-19 protocols even as the vaccination campaign is still ongoing. The Director General of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Patrick Kuma Abuaje, receiving their donation, thanked the Korean government for being supportive in the country's control of the pandemic. He remarked that the COVID-19 fight is not a one-country fight but the whole world's affair. He revealed that the vaccination that began last week has already covered 300,000 cases and hoped it would be a game changer.
Away from that, now Minister for Parliamentary Affairs Oseiche Mensah-Bonsu is expected to present the 2021 budget statement before Parliament on Friday, March 12.
The majority leader in Parliament will make the presentation in the stead of the Minister-designate for Finance, Ken Ofori-Atta, on Friday, 12 March 2021 at 10 a.m. Mr. Ofori-Atta was flown to the February 14, 2021 to seek medical treatment for post-COVID-19 complications. After recovering from COVID-19 last December, Mr. Ofori-Atta has had medical complications which doctors advise requirement
for him will soon be announced.
Away from that story, the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Samuel Abu Jinapor, has set up a 5-member committee to take stock of seized excavators. The committee is also expected to oversee the handling over of the responsibility of the Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining.
The chairman of the committee, Dr. Ben Aye, who doubles as the advisor on mines to the minister, said they wanted to ensure they had facts. Dr. Aye also indicated that the report will be submitted in 1 week. The issue of excavated seas during the campaign against illegal mining sparked controversies following reports that some of them disappeared from the district assemblies where they were being kept. Close to 500 excavators and other earth-moving machines were seized between 2017 and 2018. The Lands and Natural Resource Ministry has previously said it was working to reconcile the figures. At its last count, the then Sector Minister Kweku Asamoah Chiremi said his outfit had 157 excavators in its possession, but this was against 299 excavators seized by Operation Vanguard and 81 seized as part of the Farm Stop campaign. It also ensured that the excavators had not been sold as claimed by critics. An individual with ties to the governing party was arrested by the Criminal Investigation Department for his alleged involvement in the disappearance of some excavators seized from illegal miners.
Now to some developing story. Now the Gomoa West Security Council in the Central Region has, in consultation with families of the 13 teenagers who drowned in the sea at Apam on Sunday, has set Thursday, March 11, 2021 for the mass burial of the deceased.
The decision was taken at an emergency meeting held yesterday. Meanwhile, the Police Marine Department has joined efforts to retrieve at least 8 more bodies of teenagers who drowned. 12 bodies have so far been recovered. The Apam District Police Commander, Deputy Superintendent of Police Moses Usakono, given an account of how the incident occurred, said it happened at about 5 p.m. According to a police report, while the children were swimming, a heavy tide rose and they could not control themselves, so they were taken away by the sea. The timely intervention of a Good Samaritan saved the lives of 2 of them as they were rescued and sent to the St. Luke Hospital to be attended to. However, on Monday morning at 7 a.m., the dead bodies of 4 of the teens were retrieved. 3 hours later, the search team again retrieved 3 bodies. The total number of bodies retrieved as of Tuesday morning is 12, with 2 females and 10 males.
Still on this developing story, the Minister for Fisheries and Aquaculture, Mavis Awakumsin, has given each family who had their children drowned in the Apam River 1,000 Ghana cedis.
The amount is to assist the bereaved families to purchase coffins to bury their departed children. The minister, who is also the Member of Parliament for Ewutu Senya East, donated the amount when she visited them to commiserate with them. The minister also donated 10,000 Ghana cedis to the Traditional Council to help in performing traditional rites to pacify the town and also help retrieve the remaining bodies. She indicated that President Akufo-Addo was disturbed by the unfortunate news and has extended his condolences to the bereaved families.
And that'll be all for the local stories. Business news is next.
St. Carol's School of Nursing is accredited by the National Accreditation Board, approved by the Nursing and Midwifery Council, and affiliated to KNUST. They have fantastic facilities and you would be amazed. We have a physical library with an e-library that is combined. You have free Wi-Fi to explore. The possibilities are endless with our library. We also have a demonstration lab which also has all the skills that you need to practice in-house available. We also have a demo ward executive present at all times to be of help and to be of support to you. Our classrooms are so nice and comfortable.
It's the best private school offering BSc nursing and also about to offer the BSc midwifery.
After school, I was able to do my national service and I've been posted successfully.
We are located off the Malam Kasua Road on the Professor John Evans Atamil's bypass from the old barrier in a place called Aplaku Ayalulu near the Bojo Beach. Call us on 0244 620. Dare to Care BNS. We share peace and excellence.
Through St. Carol.
My name is Roberta.
And my name is Comfort.
And this is our business,
Idan Snail and Mushroom Farm.
Within ACC, there is a Center for Entrepreneurship, Philanthropy and Ethics for students to bring out their business idea.
Our business idea was snail and mushroom farm because we saw the high demand in snail and the nutritional value of mushroom, and we saw West Africa.
We are one of the 20 teams to go after the CEP money to set up our business. Through presentation, pictures, and hard work, we became one of the 8 final teams.
Along with the prize of 15,000 Ghana cedis given to us by the ACC, they also support us with directors who are helping us through mentorship, directing us, coaching us to get our business set. We are hoping by the following year, we'll start employing other people outside campus to help us to get hand in hand to expand the business and get moving on. One thing I've learned from ACC is to be ethical in all business that you do. No matter how the challenges, you have to face the world so that you can succeed. Even though there is high rates of unemployment in Ghana, at ACC, they train us to become entrepreneurs. So before graduation, you own your own business. This is our business, and now we are waiting to graduate to come and work for us.
Hey, Maba, say the money you money me no. Hey, you do nam diaba. Chanka. Edroni niye. Onu a ebo ni padua me nya ahoɔdere. Na ebo ni padua no so e makutie nyarewa aworo bebre. Na moya jadufo mo bre. Mo kɔ na mo ba. Ye beye na mbonya ahoɔdere na da bia mbati ye badwam no. Eye chanka. Eti me betwam bi ni mo anonom. What yana? Madam Modieni.
Hey, chanka.
I will have a Obi o yen bia magi. Chanka, I will have to Mutabo.
Chanka, ebwa wu nipadua na manu kutia nyarewa. Typhofa 202, kutia malaria. Defaton 202, bema wedi diye. FD arisho ejadi nkra to imadi atumu se eye.
Welcome back. It's now time to bring you some business stories. Now, President Akufo-Addo says Ghana's economy will rebound strongly this year to nearly 5.0% of gross domestic product, above the International Monetary Fund's 2021 January projection of 3.2% growth for sub-Saharan Africa for 2021. Importantly, the IMF percent for the country this year.
In his State of the Nation's address, the president said the medium-term outlook supported by the implementation of the Ghana Cares program is bright, adding that they were confident that, together, Ghana will emerge from the COVID-19 pandemic with a stronger and more resilient economy. The president further said on 24 February, government secured the first batch of vaccine doses from the COVAX facility. Ghana's economy contracted for the second consecutive period in the third quarter of 2020 contracted, but at a lower rate than in the second quarter. This was, however, compared with a gross domestic product growth rate of 5.6% the same period in 2019. The contraction of the economy in the third quarter was largely due to the impact of COVID-19 pandemic, which saw the economy being largely tightened during the period. According to the figures from the Ghana Statistical Service, the economy with oil contracted by 1.1%, but grew by negative 0.4% without oil. IMF forecast 4.2% GDP in 2021. The International Monetary Fund forecast a growth at a rate of about 4.2% for Ghana this year. This is consistent with Moody's 4% and Fitch Solutions 4.8% forecast, but in sharp contrast with World Bank's 1.4%. According to the fund, Ghana's growth rate will be higher than Sub-Saharan Africa's regional average of 3.2%.
Also in business, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia is calling on petroleum industry players in Africa to consider partnerships in building petroleum storage facilities and refineries across the continent. His call follows the protectionist move adopted by some major oil-producing countries and the emergence of the global COVID-19 pandemic.
According to the Vice President, the establishment of such facilities will help the continent to be self-sufficient in such events when national oil companies may not be able to meet the demand of the continent. Making the call in his opening address at a virtual petroleum conference hosted by the Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributor, Ghana, Dr. Bawumia said the outbreak of COVID-19 and the further procrastinate policies by the major oil-producing countries is a wake-up call to all of us in Africa that we should collaborate to build petroleum assets like refineries for the continent. The Ghana International Petroleum Conference is a conference where policymakers, industry, operative, and experts converge to deliberate on issues of policy and operations as well as share ideas and experiences. Meanwhile, on his part, Secretary General of the African Continent Free Trade Area Secretariat said he is optimistic that the various plans put in place by the African Union to move industrialization to the next level will support major transformation in the petroleum sector of Africa. The theme for this year's conference is to position Africa petroleum downstream for Africa Continental Free Trade Area.
And that's all in business news today. Up next is sports.
Ano kwa mama yenka semfidie gu baabi se manko Ahmed Lab a anka menim se lab gumu ahodo Ahmed Lab nkuto ni lab a se wokọ na oye hwehwemu fa wo nipadua mu anampo se wo junso mu a yenji mu se koye hwehwemu fa wo nipadua mu umogya mu anampo se wo junso kasa na wo pese wo hu se yarewa bi ewo wo nipadua mu a entwentwen wo na se kra mekanfo Ahmed Lab ema oye hwehwemu